Now we are training our model. On the top side of the screen, we can see the training is being initialized. So right now, AWS is allocating resources for the model and we'll start training our model. This is a time-consuming process, hence we would recommend you to pause the video and wait until you start seeing a simulation video on the screen. Now we can see how our model is training. We can see the reward graph as well as the simulation video stream. Both of these changes over time as our model runs. We would recommend you spend the time to take note of the graph and its labels, as this gives you a good idea of how fast your model is learning and can save you a lot of future training hours. This simulation will run until the set stops time. After a brief while, the reward graph will start populating, and we can see after multiple iterations, our model earns more and more reward and also increases its average percentage completion of the training track each time. This goes to show that our model is taking feedback from the environment and learning what actions to take at a particular state. The longer we let our model train, the better our model will be. After this, our training is complete and we can evaluate our model. So next we select Start Evaluation. To evaluate our model, we need to set evaluation criteria. First, we are asked to select the track where we want to evaluate our model. We can choose to select the same track we let our model run, or choose a new track to see how robust or flexible our model is to change. Right now, we will select the same track, which is the reInvent 2018, to evaluate our model. We also will scroll down and select the same race type, which is the time trial. We skip the virtual race submission for now, as we are just running our first model. Later, once we have better models, we can choose to submit them right away to virtual races. Next, we click on Start Evaluation. This will start our model evaluation, as well as start a model stream, which will show us how exactly our model is working on a test environment. Note that this is a model testing, hence the model is not learning anything here. It is just applying what it has learned on the training exercises. The evaluation results will start populating, as well as show how many trials, as well as how much time and percentage of the track completed per trial that our model was able to perform. Also, now would be a good idea to note down the driving pattern of the model, as we can identify certain driving characteristics which we will want to improve on over the next iterations. An example could be if there's a very zigzag pattern in the steering of the model, we could counter it by introducing a change in the reward function, which penalizes rapid switch in steering patterns. While the model begins its evaluation, we're able to see the video stream, which shows exactly how our model is running on the test environment. This shows us how our model is implementing what it has learned over the training period. On the right side of the screen, we can now see the various evaluation metrics and our model performance. Even though we have very poor results, that is because of the extremely short training time we allowed our model to learn. If you allow the model to train for more than an hour, you will see much better results. So now we have completed this guide for creating your very first AWS DeepRacer model. Here's a recap of some of the things that we have learned. First, we now know how to access and navigate within the AWS DeepRacer console. Second, we identified the steps that go into building a model in the AWS DeepRacer console. Third, we now know how to use the basic reward function within the DeepRacer to configure a model. And finally, we use the DeepRacer simulator to train and evaluate our model. As this was your first attempt, you can only get better and faster with more practice and more advanced reward functions. Good luck and keep racing with Colaberry and AWS.